Well, hello everybody. It's gonna do a little shooting today. It's gonna bring you guys along. If you've been watching the channel, you know I've been working on these 32 ACP project. I am not sure why. I have just fallen in love with the 32 ACP. I've been starting to reload for it, and reloading for it's a little bit of a challenge. Those tiny little stubby bullets, my big fat sausage fingers trying to get those things to work, and I've had a few little issues. Nothing major. If somebody's shooting a 32, would I encourage you to reload? Absolutely. I'm using red dot powder, but there's lots of powders that work for it. I think tight group works. There's universal, unique, 231 I think is real popular. Lots of available powders for that. I happen to have quite a bit of red dot on hand, and I don't have a great use for red dot. So anyway, that's why I decided to go with it. Bear in mind, I think a minimum powder charge for red dot is 1.8, and maximum, depends on what book you look at, 2.4, 2.5. Very, very small range of powder charge. I started at the bottom. I'll tell you that, I used 1.9 grains of red dot and didn't have great success with it. I've been just kind of working up a little bit. So the last time I shot, so let's talk about the guns first. Bred a Tomcat. This has got a little bit of a unique following. Very interesting story about this, or interesting to me. Bought this gun, got a pocket holster for it. I carry this gun more than any other times 10 or 20. It's just too easy. Me and my wife are going out to supper. We're gonna go to the movie. We're gonna run into Costco, whatever. Grab this guy, slip it in my pants pocket, away we go. It's super easy. Kind of almost forget you have it in a way. So I'll tell you the problem with it. Much I love this guy, this magazine release is ridiculous. If I could talk to Brett and tell him that we gotta do something different, because this guy's sitting in your pocket. I reach in to grab it, and then a lot of times I can grab that mag release as I'm pulling that out of my pocket. I've gotten in the habit, as soon as I get it in my hand, I just tap the mag. But I've shot some great groups with this. It loves underwood ammo. I've shot some 1.5 to 2 inch groups, if I remember correctly, with this tiny little guy at 25 yards. So love this Tomcat. Very interesting story too about it, or getting to the interesting part of the story. Good friend of mine, sheriff's department employee, been with him for, I don't know, 10, 20 years, quite a while. We was talking about carry guns, and he's like, man, I got to figure out what to carry. He says, I just, I'm law enforcement. I should be carrying guns all the time, and I'm just not. I says, take the Tomcat, borrow it, take it for a week. When he brought it back to me, he says, I gotta have one. He goes, it is super easy to carry for sure. So anyway, thought that was interesting from a law enforcement guy that's had lots of training, does a lot of shooting, top hand with a handgun by anybody's standards. So anyway, he's looking for a Tomcat right now. Kind of made me chuckle, because when I first got it, my 6'5", 270 pound son and my law enforcement buddy's like, oh, nah, you got a 32, huh? Yeah, busted my chops a little bit. Anyway, kind of funny, but they love it. Or my law enforcement buddy does. My son still thinks I'm kind of a pansy for carrying a 32. The other 32, you guys have seen this before if you watched the channel, Walther PPK. Man, there is just something cool about this gun. Is it the best? Whatever? No, I don't know. I just freaking love this gun. I have one in 22 and in 380, but I keep coming back to this 32. So we're gonna shoot both these guns today with one ammo, and the whole gist of what we're doing is last time I've just been working this powder charge up real slow. Went from 1.9 to 2.1 grains of red dot, and every now and again I have a failure to eject on the Tomcat. And so it's a fine line, because you read about Tomcats having frames that crack shooting hot ammo, because I think some of the European stuff's a little hotter than what the American stuff is. So I didn't want to get into that neighborhood, of course, but I want it to be function. And I'm shooting Barry's bullets, and had a lot of comments about Barry's that they perform better at a little, not max, but closer to the top end. So, and honestly, my Barry's bullet loads on this has not been super accurate. Acceptable? Yeah. So I think there's room for improvement. So that's what we're doing today. So I got 2 targets set up there. I'm gonna shoot 3 shots with each one of the guns, and then we'll go look at the targets and see where we're at, and hopefully we get done before the sun gets down. All right, guys, both guns function perfectly. So just if you're not familiar with the Tomcat, the slide does not hold back on the last round. The slide, even for me, is pretty difficult to operate, and it doesn't lock back, nothing. So the theory is, I mean, it doesn't have a slide stop, doesn't lock back after the last one, is the tip up barrel. So, you know, you empty mag, you stick a full mag in, stick one in there, and then you'd never have to rack the slide. Kind of the theory was, you know, people with weaker hands, whatever, you know, older folks, women, I mean, what, I don't know, don't know what I'm trying to say there, but anyway, that's the theory on this. I like it, I do, because, you know, I can pop that barrel up, take the round out of the chamber, and it's safe. At that point, it's easy to load. I don't know, I just kind of dig it. Let's go look at the target. We'll see how this new ammo's working for it. Okay, well, not too bad. I'm kind of okay with it. This is the PPK, so I'm aiming right here. So point of impact is perfect. I got one a little bit low, but I mean, that is perfect. I was hoping the groups would be better. That's about a 4.5 inch group, something like that. I was hoping to be better. Tomcat, it shoots just a little high point of impact, but look at this flyer clear up there. I'm hoping that's just me. So I got 2 right there. That's about a 5.5 inch group. Man, I was certainly hoping for better. Am I gonna lose sleep over it? No. I don't know. I just hoping for better. All right, we're gonna shoot a couple more groups, see if we can do any better than that. All right, guys, I'm going to talk about the slide just a little bit on this Walther in case I got some viewers not familiar with it. You know, bear in mind, this guy was designed almost 100 years ago. They didn't have slide stops in those days. This gun does not have a slide stop. So the theory is the mag's empty, or the gun is empty, mag's empty, drop the mag out, put a new mag in, and then just grab the slide and give it a release like that. So if you're done shooting, you do that and then decock the hammer. Now the gun's good to go. Take the safety off, whatever. So a little bit different than what we're used to with modern guns. So anyway, let's go look at the target. Well, this is a very interesting thing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from both guns. So what I'm gonna guess is that these 2 and this one is the Walther. And then these 3 is the Beretta. I'm gonna grab the tape measure. So if that's the theory, the Beretta's got it way better. So 1, 2, 3, that's less than 3 inches. This one got worse. I don't know how the heck that happened. That's still 4-inch group. All right, so I'm just gonna dump a couple rounds, or a couple mags down range. You know, reliability is the most important thing for me. These are practice rounds. These aren't, you know, what I would carry. The Underwood ammo is what I carry on both these guns. They both shoot the Underwood ammo better than what my handloads are, but I'm satisfied with what they have. I just want to dump a couple mags each gun down range just to check for reliability. So that's what we'll do, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the day. See, that's what my concern's been, that failure to eject. And the gun might just be good and dirty, nothing else. Perfect out of the wall throw. I'm going to try one more mag with that Beretta. Well, she ran flawless that time. I'm always amazed how well I can hit with that gun. The first shot was double action. I hit. And bear in mind, and I didn't talk about this earlier in the video, but I'm a full 30 yards. Shooting off the bench, that is 30, maybe 31 yards to my paper targets, and shooting those target off hands, I'm a full 30 yards. Problem is, I gotta do some dirt work out here, and I just haven't done it. I need to get a level spot closer to where my targets and stuff are, so that'll be a summer project. But you know, I think a good cleaning will probably help this gun. I don't know if I've ever cleaned it. Shameful, I know, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I don't dare do a lot hotter loads with that, and I think that failure to extract might be just a little bit dirty in there. The red dot powder is a little bit of a dirty powder anyway, so you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and load some more of them up. I bought 1,000 rounds of brass. I hate to load 1,000 rounds without doing some, you know, pretty thorough checkout on them anyway. So we're going to call it good. Don't know why I love these pocket guns so much, but I certainly do. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe.